let's go into the course. Now, first of all, I want to bring you to the introduction of this. So, you want to get started with internet marketing, right? As an internet marketer, you will be able to earn money from the comfort of your home with no limit as to how far you can scale and grow your business. It's highly rewarding and it's a skill that you can use to land jobs or market to other companies too. In short, you've made a very good decision by going through with this model. Perhaps you've seen friends or people online who seem to be earning money from the comfort of their home and doing very well at it indeed. Now it's time to give it a go yourself. All right. Anyway, there's just one problem. It's all rather complicated. If you're not familiar with the world of internet marketing, then you might even be wondering how it's even possible to earn money online without selling anything physical, right? It seems like everyone is promoting each other and no one is actually shipping any physical products. Then there is all the jargon, PPC, affiliate marketing, display ads, SEO, SMO, CTRO, CPA. It's all a bit daunting and it's certainly not clear how or what to start. So, continue with the model and we'll take a look at everything you need to know in order to become a master of internet marketing and to start making lots of money online. Now, chapter one, it's how to choose a niche to target. So, the first step to creating an online business is to choose what kind of online business you want to create. This starts by choosing a niche. What is the subject matter you will be dealing with? That is what choosing a niche is all about. And on this chapter of the model, you will be learning how to do this, and you will see how this initial decision goes on to influence every other step. All right. So first, what is a niche, and why does it matter? Every site have a niche which describes the kind of thing that you will be writing about and the people you will be writing it to. Your site might be a general site or a personal blog that doesn't stick to any particular topic. But even then, there will be at least a theme or a field tying it together. You might write about books, coffee, and the city, but that's still a niche in its way, and it's one that will attract a very specific type of person. And knowing and understanding your niche is incredibly important if you hope to be able to make a success of your site. Unfortunately, too many webmasters do not really fully understand their niche and their sites tend to suffer as a result. Essentially, you should know what your niche is. For most site owners or bloggers, this will be an incredibly easy question to answer. The site will probably be about football or technology, and that's fairly easy to define, right? If your site is more general, though, then make a list of all the topics that you write about regularly, and then think about like number one, what ties them together, and number two, what kind of person will read them. You will probably you have probably created a new niche for yourself, but as long as your future content meets those same criteria, then you will be on the money, right? The niche you pick should primarily be determined by your own interests. If you're going to be living and breathing your blog for the next 10 years, then this needs to be something you are keen to learn and write about. Okay. And then what's more is that you won't be able to deliver really unique and valuable content if you don't know anything about the topic. And hiring professional writers won't guarantee that you will find someone who has a real passion and interest for the topic. While that's true, you also need to consider the viability of the niche choice. How competitive is it? Do you stand a chance against the bigger sites? How profitable and monetizable is it? We'll get into this more in future chapters, okay? But the subject you choose should be something that people are willing to spend money on, and that is lots of opportunities for informational products. All right. So finance is the very best niche in this regard because there is so much money to be made on the subject. But likewise, you'll find that you can make a lot of money writing about dating, fitness, or other topics that speak to a fundamental human need in this way. So, secondly, why you should get more specific when choosing your niche. So, but in order to really succeed and to gain an edge over the competition, you need to go a little deeper, right? Sure. Sure, your site might be a technology website, but what kind of technology do your website write about? What kind of technology do you really write about? Who are you writing for? And what is the purpose of your site? So, for instance, you might write about all kinds of technology, but find that you seem to stick more to technology that's just around the corner. Perhaps you write lots of big previews for technology that's coming, and perhaps you write in a very technical way that is clearly aimed at people who know their stuff. So this is a very different niche from a site that reviews basic commercial technology. In a site that can appeal to the average customer, again, then you will have created your own niche that should be completely unique. You might make a football site, sure, but is it a dry site that deals with a detailed overview of football for real fanatics? Or is it a more gossip filled site that's aimed at the typical look? Again, these are slightly different niches, and it's important to recognize the difference. If you can be consistent with your precise niche, then understand that you will find that your site offers something that not every other site does. You will have specific audience and people who particularly like the way you approach the topic. Stick to your guns and you can make your site highly successful as a result. Thirdly, the power of creating your own niche. That said, though, there are few niches left that have a good number of people interested, but nevertheless don't have too much overcrowding in the marketplace. This is particularly difficult when you consider how important it also is that you actually be interested in the niche that you are going to be dealing with so regularly from now on, and that you actually know a thing or two about it too. So, how do you stand out without limiting your appeal or writing about something dull? Well, one solution is to come up with your own niche and to create a website that will be unlike any other. Here, we will look at how you can potentially accomplish that. All right. So, the next is sites that don't fit nicely into boxes. When you browse the web for inspiration on niches for your website, you will often find lists of categories such as fitness, making money, football, film, and others like this. Okay, not every site though has to fit neatly into a category like this. It is possible to come up with a completely unique angle and to create a niche that wasn't there before. Take lifehacker.com for instance and lifehacker.org. These sites exist in the same niche but go back a decade and that niche wouldn't have existed. These sites tie together lots of teams using a way of life or attitude to gel it all together. In this case, that attitude is the hacker attitude, where DIY applies to everything from self-improvement to making money, but you could just as easily build a site around any other central idea like this. Okay, so next, bringing various concepts together. If you can't find a new theme to link the items on your sites, though, then another option is to simply combine multiple existing niches that you think will go well together. All right. This way, you have your built-in audience because you will get visitors from both of those existing niches, but at the same time you will have your own unique USP and be able to offer something that's different from everything else. Examples might include bodybuilding and self-improvement, making money online and city living, travel and art, or cafes, coffee and books. Alternatively, just taking a broader approach with your stories can help to give your site more meat and put your niche more in context with other topics. So this strategy is also effective because it creates a number of simple marketing options that you can use to reach a new audience. For instance, if you have a website based around bodybuilding and self-improvement, then you will be able to promote your site on improvement forums without being directly in competition with other sites. So the next is going more niche. In contrast to broadening your niche, another option is to get even more specific by finding a category within a category. Again, this will allow you to market on sites that would otherwise see you as competition and will help make SEO easier by focusing your aim. An example might be to target a particular kind of film, such as 80s action films, a particular era of music, or perhaps a particular kind of exercise, such as body weight training alone. Next is trailblazing. So, finally, if you have the resources, then you can even consider creating a niche before you create your website. For example, then if you run a software company and you release a new piece of software or a new computer game, then you will likely find that this generates interest and fans. By creating a website focusing on the software you have released, you can then provide an official website for that interest and create an almost symbiotic relationship between your software and your website, where the success of one helps the success of the other. Right? This works for every kind of product and service that will catch the public's attention. Though not every webmaster will have a product to promote, it's important that businesses and entrepreneurs don't miss the opportunity when it does present itself. So that's for our chapter one, which talks about how to choose a niche to target. So stay attentive while we go into the chapter two.